Obama also joked about the refusal of other countries to accept prisoners held at Guantanamo.
We have signed. As I traveled to all these countries, I saw firsthand how much people truly have in common with one another. Because no matter where I went, there's one thing I heard over and over again from every world leader. No thanks, but have you considered Palau?
Neri Turkel, these prisoners from Guantanamo, the Uyghur prisoners, and your response to President Obama.
President Obama has not speak up on behalf of the Uyghurs. In order to understand the Guantanamo Uyghur situation, we have to look at the overall human rights condition in East Turkestan region. Because you would not be able to understand why these Uyghurs left China and end up being in Taliban-controlled territory in Afghanistan. Without knowing the Chinese bullying all around the world, you will not be able to understand why the Uyghurs cannot be resettled in other countries. So, all connected. Some of these Uyghurs in Guantanamo or have been to Guantanamo were participants of 1997 demonstration, which is very similar to what we have been witnessing in Urumqi today. For example, one of the 5 Uyghurs released into Albania was not only the participant, one of the leaders of 1997 Gulja demonstration. He is not only punished by being a participant, his entire family, his brother-in-law locked up, and his brother-in-law died in prison. So the events that is taking place in Chinese-controlled East Turkestan region has a direct relationship to the Uyghurs currently being imprisoned in Guantanamo. And I am very surprised and disappointed, like many other Uyghur expats and Uyghur Americans here, that our government is not speaking up. It's been 2 days, and I can't imagine that my government will be sitting and watching the events falling like this if it is other things happen in China. I hate to use this example, but when the Tibetans took to the streets last March, the international community outraged. But this demonstration turned to a riot in Urumqi is much larger than what we have seen in Lhasa, and our government has been largely quiet. Yesterday, the State Department expressed concern, and the Robert Gibbs, the spokesperson for President Obama, asked all sides to restrain. That is a classic response, but we need more than that. The United States can do a better job. The Obama administration needs to deliver some of those hope to the Uyghurs as well, as it did to the Americans and the rest of the world.
Neri Turkel, I want to thank you for being with us, Uyghur-American attorney, co-founder of the Uyghur Human Rights Project, past president of the Uyghur American Association, speaking to us from Washington, D.C. This is Democracy Now!, democracynow.org, The War and Peace Report. When we come back, President Obama in Russia. We'll talk about his meetings with Putin and Medvedev, and we'll talk about the nuclear arms race. Then the death of the former Defense Secretary Robert McNamara, Jonathan Schell, who met with him secretly, will talk to us, as well as Howard Zinn and Marilyn Young, preeminent historians, about the legacy of Robert McNamara in Vietnam. Stay with us.